Tues. It's Used Tues tonight. It's Used Tues on Monday. Previews. Y'all in here yet? Or do I gotta keep going?
You gotta keep going.
Come on, get in here. You know what it is. Hello. Tea's alright.
Tea's alright.
Sweet tea's alright with me.
Hey, Internet.
Oh! Welcome to another edition of Darkside Used Tues for Yous, previews, also for Yous. Live Monday night, every Monday night at 6:45. Don't be late. Don't be late.
Well, don't be late like us. They're rolling.
Come on in.
Gorman with the first comment tonight.
Oh!
Mr. Top Fan John Gorman. Good evening, gents. To see you right on time as usual.
Absolutely.
Look at that. We're starting off with a thick old schmear of the smarm right away.
What else we got?
Oh, right. Hey, in case you're not watching, I'm going to send a push notification right now. Boom. And then for you Android users who can't accept our photos, I'm going to delete the photo and send it to you Android users right meow.
Is this 1, 2, and 3, right?
And nobody has an Android phone to show you, but Android people, you tell us if you got it. How's that? How's that for Gucci?
One of those scary monsters.
What's up, Rhea? What's up, Miss Morrow? How are you?
Mr. McCormick.
Yes, of
He
course.
says, hello, boys. I read that in like a very Silence of the Lambs kind of way. Hello, boys.
Well, at least you got 4 right there. Figure out there's a
John Benjamin, Frank Tager, what's up, you super freaks? Chip says, where'd my top fan designation go?
Oh!
Whoa!
Oh.
Facebook with the algorithms, huh?
Damn.
You know what I think it means? I think it means that Chip hasn't been calling enough dibs, and therefore they took away his top fan status.
When you said algorithm, I just came up with a new R&B math rock fusion band, Algorithm.
one of these cards. Hello.
Algorithm. Rhythm. If anyone wants to join my band, let me know.
Can we make it into a preteen novel called Flowers for Algernon Rhythm?
Oh, no.
That's what we do. We spitball
We
ideas back and
spitball,
forth.
you know. We got to see what sticks.
We gotta see exactly.
Oh, damn.
You know what sticks? That top fan designation from Mr. Pat McGuire at the Poughkeepsie Grind.
AKA 107 Main Street in Poughkeepsie. And apparently from the farmer's market right now.
Oh.
I think there's a weeknight farmer's market down on the waterfront.
Oh, okay.
I've been to it before. I can't remember. It's right next to the Children's Museum and that little pavilion on the water. Get yourself some locally brewed, highly addictive and caffeinated coffee from the Poughkeepsie Grind.
It's delicious.
He grinds it himself.
Whoa. Going in the grinder.
Grind it.
Oh yes, that's how Chip gets his top fan designation back.
How's
He has
that?
to send in the breakdance video.
I don't have that. Where's that comment?
Oh, Mr. Gorman. Well, them's is the rules.
I think
Chip.
my comments aren't updating.
Uh-oh. Did you see Mr. McCormick ask, would you like some fava beans and a nice Chianti?
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 John Frusciante.
Can I get Brian on the screen to do that?
Go ahead. But you have to slide up. From
You gotta
the
go
bottom.
in underneath.
As close as the
And then I
camera
want you to
without-
close it out with fucking Twin Peaks.
I
Harry.
can't do that on the
You
spot.
can.
You got
He
it.
can.
I can't.
Brian is here on a rare occasion, and we're putting him on the spot. And
Harry.
And-
She's dead. Get Harry on the horn.
oh, you're all still tuned in, right?
I'm so sorry.
That's great.
All right.
Wow.
So, what are we here for? To show you our Gucci's.
Gucci.
Of course, if you're not already filled in, I'm going to get you filled in. Head over to our website, darksiderecords.com, after the video and sign up for our Use Twos email. Put your email in there so you can get the list sent to you or your app.
That's right, your app.
Your inbox. Sign up for the new release email. Sign up for the special events email. Because if you were signed up, you would have heard about the Independence Day sale that we had going on this past weekend and right now.
Yeah,
We've extended a little bit.
a little bit.
Mhm.
Just some of the dregs,
Yep.
some of the resin,
Mm-hmm.
if you will.
Of course.
Scrape it off our gooches.
Mhm. If you like records that cost a quarter, 7 inches that cost
A quarter.
a quarter, CDs that cost 10 cents, well, come on over to 611 Dutchess Turnpike tonight before we close. It's in Poughkeepsie.
Should we hit him with a little bit of housekeeping?
Yes.
A little bit of housekeeping. Special editor's note.
Mhm.
We need to talk. So, when you call dibs on something, please pick it up. Or come pay for it. If you can't make it in, please give us a call. Let's say by Saturday. So you've got a full, 6 days to give us a jangle. Place a call on it. We've had a rash of things that have been dibbed and then not picked up. So that hurts others. Please help us help you all. We're happy to hold, we're happy to ship. So if you got it, just give us a jangle, shoot us a message. We can invoice you. You can Venmo us. We're with the times. Tyler told me I was relevant earlier.
He's in.
I'm in. I know who PewDiePie was, so I'm relevant. Maybe like 5 years ago. But that's the level I'm at.
He was the top YouTube subscriber. Now he's number 2.
Number 2? Who's number 1?
I'm not relevant. A Bollywood YouTube account.
Huh. Okay.
The whole, yep, it's a thing.
That was my Bollywood attempt. It's on the internet forever.
Yeah, just of course, just let us keep, like Justin said, call us, message us.
Just keep the lines of communication
That's
open.
all. We know
We just want to hear from you.
we know people get busy. It happens, but just want to hear from you.
Yeah. Yeah. Just looking for a little commitment.
Let's take it back to black with the Queen, Amy Winehouse. The fucking great album right here. Rehab, Me and Mr. Jones. Actually, here's what I'm gonna do. Rehab, You Know I'm No Good, Me and Mr. Jones, Just Friends, Back to Black, Love is a Losing Game, Tears Dry, On Their Own, Wake Up Alone, Some Unholy
Just
War,
trying to keep you afraid.
He Can Only Hold Her, You Know I'm No Good. Every fucking song is great on here. I got a little out of breath there. She takes my breath away. It's a great album. Listen to it. Save a couple shekels. It's one of those that's always in print.
Yeah.
But thanks to Use Twos, you can get it for cheaper.
How about we got a dib?
Oh!
Look at that. First dib out of the gate.
Golly gee.
how about we keep it going with what I'm going to refer to as the new Queen, because there's a movie about him now.
Yep.
And that, of course, is Elton John.
Yes, Queen.
You say yes, Queen?
Yep.
Yes, Queen. I'm relevant.
Dude.
It's Elton John's Honky Chateau. The first... You don't like Chateau? Sounds too much like Chapeau for you? This hat jokes working? It's the first of 7 albums of his to go to #1 in the US. That's crazy. So 7 consecutive albums went to fucking #1. How amazing. Yep. Rocket Man's on here. And just like it's gonna experience the Queen effect, just like Queen now, we're not keeping the Elton in stock after the success of Rocket Man. So get in while you can, fill a hole with some classic gooch.
Bet you didn't see this one coming. Stevie Wonder live.
My friend Angela actually always says Stevie Wonder instead of see you later. She always just goes, all right, Stevie Wonder.
Now there's conspiracy videos online that say he is not blind. Check him out. Put on your tinfoil hat for a minute and check.
That was the George Bush theory, right?
What?
Remember when he waved at Stevie?
Yeah, there's a bunch of instances like that. But here's a 1970 live Stevie Wonder album doing cuts from earlier 1970 because that time and stuff. But I also have a little promo for you, a little promo gooch, a little white label gooch from the 1980 album Hotter Than July. It's a little radio cut. A little 4-song radio ditty promotion companion for your Stevie Wonder collection.
Is that true?
What?
Gorman says that Oprah bought Stevie Wonder a car. I assume that's a joke, but...
Maybe. I think it's true.
Think it's true?
Sure.
Wow.
Man.
What's he gonna do with it?
Yeah.
Rude.
Be true.
That's very rude.
He could afford people to drive him around, didn't it?
True.
Dibs! Something's dib.
We also had a dibs on Elton from
yes.
Mr. Pat McGuire, 107 Main Street, the Poughkeepsie Grind.
Going in the grinder to pick up some coffee.
All right. Speaking of funk,
Keeping it fresh.
keeping it funky fresh. How about little Sly and the Family Stone? This is Sly's. This is the follow-up to.
fresh. I did the jump.
Oh, you did the jump. All right. We got a nice little 2017 reissue here, and maybe you're like, I don't really know this album, but then you think, oh, I'm a fan of the Chili Peppers, and they did a couple covers of this album on Freaky Styley.
Oh.
So that was the inspiration because George Clinton was such a huge fan of the album that he pushed him in it. And then you got your George Clinton Parliament Funkadelic Classic series here. This is a 2017 repress on some Purdy Red Wax. So, just a little fun classic. Inspired George Clinton and inspired the Chili Peppers. Why is it good enough for you? Fucking call dibs.
Let it inspire you. Here's a banger. Duran Duran, Rio. A classic that always flies out the door. It's true. Can't keep it in. This one's super clean. Got that OG sleeve, and in case you want to get really crazy, we got the Hungry Like a Wolf 7-inch this week going out with the batch of 7 inches. A dank batch of 7-inch. But Rio, right here, get it. You know you love Hungry Like the Wolf.
Hungry like a wolf.
Michael Viega. He's hungry like the wolf.
All right. Anybody want to take a ski trip? That's all I got to say about that one. Just. But anyway.
We'll let you connect those.
Yeah, it's Google it. How about the Black Crowes' second album,
Oh!
Southern Harmony? It's 1992 at its finest, some may say. all sorts of fucking hits on this record.
True.
This is, of course, this little reissue copy. Not an OG, but not colored or anything. Just sort of an early 90s classic that I don't need to keep talking about because Mr. McCormick called dibs. Woo!
I found out during researching that there's the 2 LP that just got reissued, but that's the single disc.
Oh, singular.
And talk about hits. It's the End of the World as we know it is on this album right here, REM Document. A little batch of the REM going out this week. Some earlier cuts from before this one. This one, of course, the first one to be produced by Scott Litt, who would go on to produce a bunch of their bangers, their New Adventures in Hi-Fi.
That's my favorite fucking REM record, is New Adventures in Hi-Fi.
Actually.
He's got something for you. Dibs! Somebody called dibs on this too. Because it's pretty fucking cool. A little one-of-a-kind uniquer.
Speaking of REM, New Adventures in Hi-Fi, we found this little cool...
Do-what-diddy?
This little relic, this timepiece. The REM viewfinder with pictures from New Adventures in Hi-Fi. Experience the adventures in all 3 dimensions. Just reading the back. Just reading the back there. So check the list for some more REM this week. And hello, Kelly Clark. Are you enjoying the view? Also, I guess, kind of speaking of Kelly Clark, I listened to that Prince Originals finally.
Yeah?
It's nice that Nothing Compares to You. Pre-order that if you haven't on vinyl. Coming out soon.
Coming out on LP or deluxe LP CD on purple vinyl edition.
CDs.
CDs.
What do you got? You got next? You want me next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
Let's talk about some standards.
Okay.
Let's talk about
My footages.
Neil Young. Live in Chicago. Sort of following up to my 1992 Black Crowes album. This was the beginning of the grunge, or the, a couple years into the grunge scene, and the grunge kids all found Mr. Neil again with his flannel shirts, and they joined him in this crowd with them. And you got Neil fresh off his Harvest Moon era stuff, so working some of that in along with some classics. This is a 1992 Live in Chicago fan club edition recording. Oink, oink. And, I don't know. Whatever. Following it up with another fan club edition.
Ooh.
Anybody watching the Rolling Thunder review on Netflix right now? Recently? I did, and it's fucking great. So, in the similar vein, let's talk about the Bob Dylan Bootleg Series Volume 4 bootleg.
Yeah.
It's a bootleg of a bootleg series. I mean, fan club of a fan club. It's the Royal Albert Hall acoustic session. So, of course, Dylan and the Hawks, aka the band, went electric in '66, pissed everybody the fuck off. But here, for those purists out there, just the acoustic cuts as an unofficial fan club edition LP. So for you Dylan fans, you got some nice cuts on there. It's the acoustic stuff from that show. Dibbies.
Mr. Gorman
has got the dibs.
Here we got this. I got a chip pick actually this week.
Really?
Ooh.
A chipwitch?
A chipwitch.
It's pretty hot out there. You better have a chipwitch.
Got a Japanese pressing of a Japanese compilation from Mr. Glen Campbell, 1976 pressing on the Capitol label there. Of course, the beautiful Obi. This is 20 of his best hits. They're all on here. You love them. Rhinestone Cowboy, Wichita Lineman. You got the Bridge Over Troubled Water cover. You don't got Southern Nights, 1977. It's okay, JB. It's all right. Guardians Volume 3 coming soon.
Did you know that Glen Campbell was briefly in the Beach Boys?
No, I didn't actually.
Yeah, and part of the Hitmen, was it the Hitmen or the Wrecking Crew? I'm gonna guess Gorman knows on that one.
But Chip knows that he's getting his dibs.
He got the dibs on. Well, speaking of the Japanese, how about Jimmy Cliff, people? It's a Japanese pressing of Jimmy Cliff's 1975 album, Brave Warrior. You got a little reggae in you? This man, if you're not familiar, have you seen The Harder They Come? He was Ivan in The Harder They Come, the star of the film, if you will.
And the star of the soundtrack.
That's right. And so you just got a little bit of reggae here. Pretty cool Japanese pressing with the intact Obi strip. But then, to keep it on the island, let's talk Peter Tosh, Equal Rights. Of course, it opens with Get Up, Stand Up, and so many others on here. You got Peter Tosh, Bunny Wailer, Bobby Ellis on the record, bunch of reggae heavy hitters, and between here and there and Bob Marley, help bring the island sound to the world. So, get your little reggae on. We don't actually see a ton of reggae.
Especially of the Japanese pressing.
Yeah.
Here's one that we don't see as well.
Thanks, Gorman.
This band's always on the list, but this compilation's never on the list. It's the 1988 Fleetwood Mac Greatest Hits.
Yeah. We do rarely see that one, you're right.
Yeah, it's on
always on CD.
Yeah, every CD collection. So this is like mid 70s Fleetwood Mac, starting with Fleetwood Mac and going all the way to like Tango in the Night. So yeah, you got a whole bunch on there. I mean, Cuts from Rumors is on here, Tusk, all the favorites.
Not much of the Peter Green stuff though. So you're later, Nixonian period.
Is that Dib?
It was Dib, Mr. Chip on fire. He's working for that top fan status again tonight.
Getting it back.
All right, I think I'm gonna keep it in the possible Chip realm, or maybe in the Mr. Bobby McFerrin realm, who I'm not sure is watching tonight.
Or maybe. Oh, okay. Yep.
But we got kind of a weird one here, but it's a cool one.
Yeah.
A weirdie. I don't know where I'm going with that.
And a coolie.
Coolie High Harmony right here.
That is a box.
It's a box. Dude, it's a box. Look at that. Huh. Sound recording, special 4th class rate. What could be in it? It's the HannaBarbera Sound Effects Library.
The whole library?
The whole fucking library right here.
You don't even need a library card?
Look at this. It's a 7 LP collection of all the HannaBarbera cartoon sound recordings. This was issued to radio men back in the day to use in their, comedy shows, I suppose. But we actually did pick this up from... we did... Wait, does it go anything like this?
That's on LP number 5.
Oh, side 2. So it's just a cool, weird little radio
Mr.
piece.
Farron was watching.
Oh, there he is.
I see you, Bobby.
Sneaking it in. Sneak King.
Oh, that.
My favorite Burger King game.
Yeah. Terrifying.
Cool piece. Good dips.
Good dips.
Good dips.
We're gonna size it down a little bit to talk about some 7-inch that's going out. Check the list. We got some cool promo cuts this week, like the white label I Want to Be Sedated by the Rolling Stones, or maybe this.
The Rolling Stones.
I did say the Rolling Stones.
Yes, I was like, what?
By the Ramones. Lasagna, Weird Al promo. Maybe you need a little Zepp on Swan song there. Hey. And of course, you might have been eyeing it down. The whole video, the Stax Never to Be Forgotten 10 7-inch set of some rarities and B-sides.
Was this Record Store Day piece?
This was 2012.
Okay, wow. Taking it back.
Taking it back a little bit. Got a whole bunch of beautiful stacks, 7 inches with a couple of the bolts, and a nice 80-page booklet in color of interviews, musicians, producers, Stax fanatics, and a timeline of Stax Records. And of course, hand numbered, limited to 1,000 on RSD, and of course it's out of print.
You got a dibs on Weird Al.
Okay.
Mr. Greg Cerna.
Yeah.
On the lasagna. Or maybe spaghetti.
He doesn't want the Rolling Stones.
They weren't singing about it, they were just doing it.
Mm-hmm. Now we got a Gorman pick.
We got a Gorman pick. We need some sort of bell. How about the soundtrack to the 1984 film? It's the Gorman Alert. Stop Making Sense by the Talking Heads. So the soundtrack of the soundtrack, if you will. Psycho Killer, Swamp, Slippery People, Burning Down the House, Take Me to the River. You know it, I can talk about it every time, but the Talking Heads records never last. Get your dibs on and guarantee your place in history. I'm with the Franklin Mint. Ooh. Thank you, Brian. Does this play well on the internet?
I bet you can't touch this next dib. It's not on there, but it's the album afterwards. Too Legit to Quit by Hammer. Of course. MC Hammer, come on. Too Legit to Quit is on this, and The Addams Groove from the Addams Family movie soundtrack. None says hip-hop like the Addams Family. I got some cool hip-hop pieces this week, but if you really want the hits, they're on this one.
Oh, shit.
Loked After Dark, Tone Loc, Wild Thing, Funky Cole Medina. That's all you need to know. Go ahead. You've been waiting for it.
I don't know what I actually didn't prepare. I don't know what to say now. It's like, do you have a mint? Perhaps some banana.
Anyone?
Oh!
Dibs, Tone Loc, Mr. Benjamin,
There
or
we
Mr.
go.
Foxwell. We got a battle. We'll let you know who gets it.
I think Chip came in first.
Chippy did.
That's right.
The old
I like
Chippy did.
that the signal for Chip is the tipping of a cowboy hat.
Don't give away all the secrets.
So you still feel like how the sausage is made. Vegan sausage.
Hey.
All right, am I up? Am I closing it out? No, you got some left.
I got my final right
All
here.
right.
My final pack.
I couldn't pass it up.
Couldn't do it.
Tyler mentioned him earlier. Get your dibs on, and maybe prime the engine a little bit. Sometimes you gotta poke that gooch button, get it going, a little flow, little juices flowing in the starter. It's Prince, Purple Rain. I don't need to say anything.
But you gotta show it. Don't gotta say it, just show it.
Show enough, right? Show enough.
Mm.
Clean, super clean copy with the poster. Another one. Another fan favorite. That's why I'm closing my set out with it tonight. I'm gonna give the people what they want. And the people want Purple Rain.
True. Or the people want the WuTang Clan Iron Flag first pressing. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool if you ask me. Oh. Pick up your own pack of WuTang rolling papers at the smoke corner back there. See any associate to help you. Must be 18 or older. But I got some Wu, and you know what? I actually noticed this for the first time. We got a little Iwo Jima going on the cover there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see The Dead Don't Die?
I did not.
Little Wu reference in there with RZA.
Ah, that's cool.
Won't give it away.
But to compliment the Wu-Tang, Iron Flag first press. I got some other first presses. I got a 2-pack for you, maybe a Wu pack, if you will. The debut album from You God.
No, You God.
No, You God. Wu-Tang member, You God. Never seen this album in person. Pretty cool for any Wu-Tang collection. One side, a little worn. Played great. Priced accordingly. Save yourself a couple shekels. And the legend of the Liquid Sword, GZA, another first press. GZA. What I did find out about this one was one of the last 2 releases on MCA before it got absorbed by Geffen. This and Common's Electric Circus. Yeah. So there's the GZA, there's the You God, there's the Wu-Tang. Put that in your papers and smoke it. Don't put them in your papers. Don't smoke it.
Dibs on GZA.
Oh, Michael
Viega. So it's Duran Duran and GZA.
Mm-hmm.
Eclectic. We like it.
Dig it. Well, that brings us to the end.
Now it's time for So Long.
Farewell for you, my friend.
I'll be, they're saying. We're mashing up a lot of shit right here.
Till we meet again.
Mashed potatoes. Requiem for a Dream, anybody? Hubert Selby Jr.
Ass to ass.
He has a cameo in that scene where it's like one of those montages and they're working the laundry.
Mm.
Hubert Selby, who wrote the book, is just sitting there on a chair as an old man yelling, "Mash the potatoes!" Fucking love that scene.
Mash the potatoes and see you in the bins.
See you